Hello, hello. What is up, y'all? Hello, how's your Monday going? Not too bad. Not too shabby. I am a little hungry, but I was informed that we will be having French toast for supper, so I'm pretty excited about that. We are doing Aries and Taurus tonight, y'all. Aries and Taurus. The Aries reading will be in less than 7 minutes. And then in about around 5 after, we'll be doing the Taurus reading. I'm going to try and do something different this week. I've noticed when I download the live stream to my phone, and it gives me the option to post little snippets of my videos, my live video, to TikTok. So I'm going to try that out for the week and see what the effects are. Where is the Aries collective, or anyone with Aries in their chart? Hello, Jules. Hope you're doing A-okay. How am I? I'm okay. What up, Ryan? Oh yes, we are definitely doing the Aries collective reading in less than 5 minutes, y'all. And then around 5 after, we will be doing the Taurus reading. I don't know why I'm shuffling the Oracle deck, but maybe it needed it. As I mentioned, I am going to be posting little snippets of these live videos to TikTok as I download the video to my phone. I'm not sure what kind of attention that'll get, but I need to get back in the game of doing more collective readings. Alrighty, y'all. I definitely need to do something about this little crevice I got going on between my seat and my seat and my armrest. I love it when random cards want to go flying out the deck and land in between there. Aha! I got just the thing. Yes, stuff that puppy right in between there. Alrighty. And we're back to shuffling. Aries Collective. Welcome back to Free Will Tarot. Hope y'all are doing okay. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. If you are a returning follower, thank you all for all the love and support. Thank you all to the Taurus Collective for being patient with me. We will get into your reading around 5 after. Maybe a little later, depending on how the Aries reading goes. Got less than 2 minutes. Hello, hello, hello. I've got quite the group tonight. What's up, y'all? Alrighty. 40 after, we will start the reading, and it is 39 right now. What does the Aries Collective need to know moving forward? What does the Aries Collective need to know moving forward? The next week ahead. Aries Collective. What does the Aries Collective need to know moving forward? Hello, Rick. Hope you had a great birthday. I did. Thank you so much. Had me some ice cream cake. Had a few presents to open. Alrighty. This definitely is not about me, though. I appreciate the birthday wishes all weekend. But we're going to get into the Aries Collective reading, y'all. Alrighty. 3 more shuffles for the Aries Collective. A 1. A 2. A 3. I don't know if y'all can hear me very well. I do have my my AC on. What kind of ice cream cake might I ask? Well, thank you for asking. It was a cookies and cream ice cream cake. Although if mint chocolate chip was available, I totally would have gotten that as well. I think peanut butter was also available, but I couldn't. Not over cookies and cream. Alrighty, y'all. If you are new here, when I do the bridge shuffle, as I'm about to do, that is the signal to go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Oh yes, I need scissors, y'all, so I can cut this deck. That was the bridge shuffle. I do believe I've seen someone. Ooh, yes. The tridents. What are those? Are those... Are those toothpicks? Are they chopsticks? Whatever they are, that's neat. Chopsticks, okay. Lindsay needs a coffee. What is up? Thank you for being patient with me. Taurus Collective. We are definitely going to cut this deck with all the sharp and pointy objects of the emoji variety, of course. Alrighty, Aries Collective, let's get into this reading, shall we? I think we shall. Aries, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is the sharp cheese. No, just kidding. Thank you, Jules, for the sharp cheese. The similarities or common ground between you both, and here is possible outcome and or advice. Y'all, this is kind of a cool reading, not gonna lie. So far, so good. Alright, Aries, do keep in mind we will be pulling one oracle card from the oracle deck to get a deeper understanding as to why we pulled these specific cards in this specific order. With that being said, the first card coming out, how you are showing up to your reading, is the Six of Wands. This is the card that suggests y'all need a pat on the back. This card suggests that whatever attention you are getting right now, you deserve it. You deserve credit where it is due. This could be public recognition, doesn't have to be. Maybe just being recognized for doing the right thing amongst your peers, amongst your friend group, family members, telling you, hey, we've seen that, you did a dang good job. It very well could be, at the very least, that you are gaining some sort of attention from this person. With the Two of Swords in the challenge, the Two of Swords in the challenge tells me that maybe you've been in denial about something. Maybe you haven't been taking action upon a hobby, a relationship. In the upright, the Two of Swords would suggest that you've got your blindfold on. Maybe being in denial, as I mentioned. Either that or not wanting to see the truth about something. That maybe you do deserve some sort of credit or attention. Not wanting to see the truth about a person. That maybe they have good intentions towards you. Maybe they have bad intentions towards you. You didn't want to see, no matter which bad or good intentions they had, you didn't want to see it before, but now it's like, okay, now I see they have good intentions, or now I see they have bad intentions. Whatever the case, it's in the challenge, meaning you find it challenging to keep that blindfold on. You find it challenging to not put in any effort, meaning you're probably putting in effort, putting in some sort of investment into this person. You're feeling very seen by this person, and I can totally see why. The Eight of Wands, this person is definitely sending you love, sending you messages. This could be messages of passion, flirty messages. Maybe this person has to travel to you, or has been traveling to you. I do feel like this person has been going through a lot of change. They've been trying to adapt to a lot of change in regards to having you in their life. Or it doesn't have to be in regards to you. They are going through some sort of change. Maybe arranging things in their home, maybe rearranging things as far as responsibilities so they make more time for you, so you can remain staying seen. English, right? The Three of Wands, in these similarities or common ground between you both, there's definitely productivity happening around the both of you. May I remind y'all that this is the third wand card. You are showing up as Six of Wands to the Three of Wands. This is a similar energy right here, Three of Wands. This is your main energy. So then, yes, while you are being seen, you're probably getting credit and or gaining attention. But nonetheless, you're waiting for more resources. You're waiting for maybe something in the mail. Some sort of permission to move into a new place, permission to sign, that lease, or sign a contract on a car, make payments, waiting for confirmation that this person likes you, wants to move things forward, which this person definitely wants to move things forward. This is fast forward movement with that Eight of Wands. If they are wanting fast forward movement, they're definitely going to be patient themselves and waiting for permission from you to move things forward. which I don't know why you would want to wait for the Aries. More than likely, Aries is going to want to go, go, go. But I mean, both of you are being productive while being patient on the other person. And I do want to mention that if not already, in the next week, I do believe that Mercury retrograde is ending. So yes, in the next week or two, things will start to pick up. What I love about this reading, with the Emperor and the possible outcome and or advice is Aries' natural energy, personality, archetype. The Aries is definitely a masculine sign. This is divine masculine. This is all four kings put into one with the Emperor. This is you bossing up, doing what you gotta do, being a hustler. I mean, what else could be said about the Emperor? This is the father figure, the protector, the provider. Hello, Venus energy. Everyone go and follow Venus energy. She is an amazing reader as well. Definitely support what she does. But yes, if this is the possible outcome with the Emperor, this is you bossing up, doing what you got to do, getting organized. It's like, well, if this person is making me feel seen, and I don't feel like they have bad intentions, maybe once upon a time I was like, I don't necessarily feel like they have the best intentions, but maybe I'm not wanting to see that truth. Maybe there's something about this person he was in denial about. It's like, no, they don't have the best intentions for me. No, they can't. They're too good to be true, maybe. They have this, and this that I really like about them, but then I'm just going to put my blindfold on and just be in denial about it. I do feel like you find it challenging to be in this energy anymore. It's like, you know what? I'm going to take the blindfold off. Maybe I need to ask more questions. Maybe I need to travel towards the Aries before, or maybe I need to ask more questions and get more info out of them before moving forward. One more time, if this is the advice with the Emperor, I'd say if this person isn't taking the lead, if they've tried to take the lead, and you was in this energy of no, I don't know about that. I'm going to cross my heart. I can't allow you in my heart space. If you was in this energy once upon a time, it's like, well, the ball is in your court, Aries. No, you did not miss the Taurus reading. The Taurus reading will be in about 9 to 14 minutes, give or take, as I do need to read from the guidebook for the oracle card that we need to pull for the Aries collective. I would suggest, if this is the advice with the Emperor, to yes, go ahead and take the lead. Show up for this person how you feel like you need to. No more, no less. We don't want to overgive. We also don't want to breadcrumb. But also, if you feel like they did a pretty crappy job of showing up for you, but you understand they have good intentions, show them how they need to show up. If that makes sense. It's like, if I need vulnerability from my partner, I'm going to be a little vulnerable towards them. You know, a mature adult will see that and will mirror, or will what's the word I'm looking for? Match that energy. Like, oh, you need me to show up in this way. Okay. I do feel like this person will explain their situation and how they're definitely adapting to changes. Maybe they couldn't show up fully like they wanted to. Maybe they were waiting for permission from you to show up in the way you need them to. You definitely feel seen by this person, though. No matter the case, we need to get an oracle card to end out this reading for Aries. I want to get a deeper understanding as to why these cards were pulled in such a specific way. These specific cards, by the way. I mean, because we could definitely rotate these cards one to the right or one to the left, and it would be a totally different reading. So, with that being said, what does the Aries Collective need to know moving forward to end out this reading? I'm not taking cards that fly. No Red Bull cards. Alrighty. 3 more shuffles, y'all. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty. Top card is the one we need to see to end out the Aries Collective reading. And here it is. A blessing. Is this person bringing a blessing with them? Is there some sort of blessing in disguise as to, like, the timing of this connection? It's like maybe your intuition was telling you to not invest into this just yet. Not just yet until the timing was right. I do feel like there is a blessing in disguise with that 2 of Swords, but keep in mind there is a deeper concept behind each and every card in this oracle deck. A blessing, signs and synchronicities. I don't know if the 8 of Wands on their end is giving you signs, synchronicities, and or maybe the universe is speaking through them. No matter the case, we're going to read from the guidebook. The blessing, signs. An angel holds her sword in front of her and prays for protection. Her gaze is strong and focused. Like a crusader, this figure seeks a blessing before going into war. We all need at times some confirmation that we are on the right track. You might call it a blessing. Some of us will receive this from a trusted advisor or a mature member of the family, acknowledging our path. Others will seek this out in their faith. A blessing can set us on the right track, validating a decision or a dream we may be pursuing. It is not unusual for us to receive signs from the universe letting us know that a choice we are considering or an idea we are having is the right one. Has a song come onto the radio at just the right time, its words appropriate for something on your mind, helping you to make a decision? Has a conversation arisen with friends that perfectly aligned with the topic or idea you were thinking about? It might be that there are no consequences. There are no coincidences, and these messages were truly meant for you. You might call them signs. If you have drawn this card, it means that your idea is being blessed or your wishes are being answered. This is a fortuitous card suggesting that whatever is on your mind or is the subject of your question is favored and divinely blessed. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like there's some sort of timing that had to happen, some sort of waiting period with that 3 of Wands. Maybe there was some sort of stability that was needing to be reassured to the Aries. It's like, no, I don't want to talk to this person unless I know they are stable to some degree. It doesn't have to be emotionally, but sure, maybe you're wanting to take your time and view this person's emotional stability. But also with this Three of Wands, maybe you're questioning how responsible this person is, either with their finances, their responsibilities, their, home. Maybe wanting to view or judge how responsible this person could be with your heart, even. It's like, no, I want to see how this person reacts when I tell them no, when I give them my silence. Are they going to freak out on me and show their true red flags as far as, no, I need someone that's chill, says the Aries Collective. I do feel like by you testing this person's stability and testing their emotions, there is a blessing coming towards you, maybe in the sign, or maybe in the form of this person, showing up more, or maybe in the form of another person. Maybe this person could have been a test for you, for all I know. No matter the case, I do hope that helped, Aries Collective. I hope this was informative to some degree. I think this is what I have for you, though. Maybe it was entertaining. But with that being said, I'm definitely going to shuffle the cards back into the deck. And we are going to start the Taurus Collective reading. Do keep in mind, Aries Collective, before leaving the live stream, I'm going to be uploading this live stream to my YouTube channel. The link to my YouTube channel is in my TikTok bio. If for whatever reason you are not able to subscribe to it via my TikTok bio, it is Free Will Tarot 2.0. Free Will Tarot 2.0. I am also going to be posting little snippets of this video to TikTok, and I'll be doing that all week. I'm trying to do new things and get out of my comfort zone and, yes, try new avenues. Maybe y'all know, maybe y'all don't, but I am a Leo, and we can be, yes, we are a fixed sign, we can be fixed in our daily routines and habits, but I do not mind trying new things. With that being said, Venus Energy, thank you for all the gifts. I do appreciate that. I've been seeing you send me gifts like in the corner of my eye as I'm doing the reading. Thank you so much. Alright, y'all, if you are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. We are going to be doing the Taurus Collective reading. Taurus, where is my Taurus Collective? Your reading will be starting in less than 4 minutes. Taurus Collective. I decided not to do the personal paid readings last night. I thought about what other things I could be doing, and I decided to just rest for my birthday weekend. I mean, I did show up for not only the Aquarius and Pisces Saturday, but also Sagittarius and Capricorn on my birthday, being Friday, last Friday. And then I had to miss out on the Libra and the Scorpio reading, or video readings, plural, Thursday night, but that was definitely a much needed sacrifice. No matter the case, Taurus Collective. We have less than 3 minutes. I hope all of you are having a good night, enjoyed your weekend, aren't stressing out too much on this Monday as we went back to work. It'd be awesome if all the collectives were as lively as y'all are tonight. The Aries and the Taurus collectives are pretty energetic most of the time every Monday. Pretty outgoing, if I do say so myself. Alrighty, y'all, less than 120 seconds. And we will begin the Taurus collective reading. One more time, if you are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. Taurus collective, if you are a returning follower, or a friend, or a family member, thank you all for all the love and support. I am definitely going to continue to keep showing up for y'all as long as you are supportive of me in doing so. I'm curious to see if this reading will reflect my reading from earlier. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have a few followers that read tarot themselves, and I love that. I love to follow and support other readers. Some readers I've noticed are more, to themselves, and that's totally fine. If everyone did what everyone else did, and that's definitely one way to succeed. What up, Landon? I know you're ready for the Gemini collective reading tomorrow, but you also have Taurus Moon, or was that Aquarius Moon? Do you have Taurus at all? Taurus Rising, okay. That was close. Alrighty, y'all, 5 after. We need 3 more shuffles for the Taurus collective. Aqua Moon, gotcha. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, y'all. It is time. I'm about to do the bridge shuffle, and as y'all may or may not know, when I do the bridge shuffle, that is the signal for y'all to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. That's right, scissors, swords, tridents, axes, clothespins, razors, sharp cheese, clothespins. Did I say that already? Thumbtacks. Anything sharp, so I can cut this deck after we have done the bridge shuffle. There it is, and there it was. TWAS twas. Thank you for the heart mate. Alrighty, y'all. Go ahead and send them emojis, and I'm going to cut this deck with them. Oh, yes. I remember in the past I would say, I can't cut this deck unless you send them. And it's like, well, technically, Rick, you totally could. Metaphorically speaking, I can't, though. And it's fun just to participate in that way anyways. Y'all don't have to talk amongst yourselves, even though this is a community I'm building. If all it is you send a scissor emoji, that's all the fun it has to be. Alrighty, y'all, we have cut this deck. We are going to get right into the Taurus collective reading. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is the situation. What is going on here? Y'all seen that last reading with the Aries collective? I'm just going to continue. And you'll understand here in a split second why I'm so, not freaked out, but, kind of excited about this reading. So far, so good. We have the situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is the similarities or common ground between you both, and here is the possible outcome and or advice. So I do want to say, first and foremost, that we have 4 out of the 5 tarot cards here that are all major arcana. So this must be something that y'all are needing to hear, and or it's possibly a significant time for the Taurus collective. With that being said, do keep in mind at the end of the reading we will be pulling one oracle card to get a deeper understanding as to why we pulled these specific cards in this specific order. With that being said, Taurus collective, y'all are starting off in this reading, your own reading, in your own energy. We have the Empress. That's why I was lightly freaking out. Like, what the heck is going on? The Aries collective ended their reading with the Emperor. Y'all are ending it, or not ending it, y'all are beginning it with the Empress, starting out in your energy. This is divine feminine personality trait, energy, maybe you want to call it, divine feminine archetype. This is y'all knowing what it is that you want, what you deserve, waiting patiently for said desire, or maybe it's something physical and tangible that you're wanting to attract in your life. Do keep in mind, and I probably should have mentioned this in the Aries reading, but do keep in mind, tarot is not gender specific. We all have this Empress energy within us. Tarot is not gender specific. We all have masculine energies and or archetypes within us. We all have feminine energies and or archetypes within us as well. So therefore, yes, my good pal Barrett could definitely be just sitting back and attracting what is meant to be in his life. With that being said, maybe you're waiting patiently for a specific person to either message you or take action. Maybe, for all I know, you're dealing with an Aries and are, wanting that counterpart, wanting that power couple. Here is where we get to the challenge. The challenge being the Justice card. I do feel like there's been possibly some sort of injustice with the Justice card and the challenge. It's like, yeah, something hasn't been fair. Something hasn't been done the right way. I do feel like at some point in time, you and this person possibly split into 2 different paths. You both had a decision to make. Do I do things the fair way? Do I do things just and right? Do I speak my truth? Or do I show up in my shadow side and do things unfairly? Do I not stand in my truth, or maybe, cower away, not speaking my truth? Do I show up in a victim mentality? Right? With the Justice card, there has been possibly a split in the way you both view this situation. The Taurus collective, I do feel, is just sitting back, attracting what is meant to be in their life, who is meant to be in their life even. And we do have a person in the Taurus's environment, somewhere outside their personal bubble, with the Death card, that I feel like is going through a major change. If this person is not applying this change to their own life, the universe is cursing them. I'm so dyslexic, I swear. Sometimes I just go with it. The universe is cursing this person, yes, forcing them to change. Let me reword that. The universe is forcing this person to go through some sort of change or have a change in perspective. Normally the change in perspective saves that interpretation anyways, that example. I save that for like the Hangman, or there's another card, the Hermit, maybe. But this definitely could be a change in perspective too. I don't know, normally use that as an example for the Death card, but sure, yes, this is an ending of seeing things a certain way. This is a death in one way, shape, or form that we have done things, that we've shown up as, for sure. A death and rebirth, it doesn't have to be in how we do things, or, you know, in an ending of an addiction, possibly, or habits and behaviors. It can totally be those, but it also can be the death of a perspective, I do believe. I do feel like something is shaping up for the both of you. With the Wheel of Fortune and the similarities or common ground between you both, you have definitely been waiting back, sitting and waiting back, sitting back and waiting. Dang, I can already tell we're not out of Mercury retrograde just yet, because of my speech. But whatever the case, you have been sitting back and waiting, attracting what is meant to be in your life, and there could be a fortunate event happening for you. Either did it end today? Thank you, Landon, for letting me know. Thank you, Landon, for letting me know that. No matter the case, there definitely could be a fortunate event wanting to happen for the Taurus collective. While also, if this is the similarities or common ground between you both, the Death card to the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, hey, if this person is making this change and applying the lessons, applying the perspective, the new found perspective, then they could also take a ride on the wild side, take a ride on this Wheel of Fortune. They too could enjoy the fruits of what this Wheel of Fortune has to bring, the blessings, the gifts. However, Taurus Collective, I am wondering why the Taurus Collective could be in Five of Cups towards the end of the reading. The Five of Cups being the possible outcome and your advice. Does this mean the Taurus Collective is mourning or grieving over an old version of themselves? Okay, change is hard for the Taurus Collective. I do understand this. If this person is making a change for themselves, it's also going to be a gift towards the Taurus. You usually read for the current week, correct? The next week ahead, yes. So for Aries and Taurus, it'll be for this Monday and the coming Monday, Monday to Monday. Then for Gemini, it'll be for Tuesday to Tuesday, so on and so forth, etc., etc. But yes, the changes we make in our own life, in our own lives, this is a gift to not only ourselves, but to everyone in our environment. If someone decides, you know what, I'm done with this habit, I'm done with seeing things a certain way, the narrative of this person being the bad guy and I'm such a victim has not done anything positive for me. It's not created any optimism for me. Seeing things in this way, seeing the Taurus in whatever way this person has seen them, has not been the best way to see things, right? Maybe seeing the Taurus as who they are meant to be seen as could really change a lot for the Taurus as well. Maybe the Taurus has been so used to being the bad guy in this person's eyes that now that this person is changing their perspective, it's like, well, I don't have to be in my villain era? Wait. I may miss that villain era because I'm over here being a baddie. You know? There's some sort of change that this person is maybe applying, maybe being forced upon them. I do feel like it could be affecting the Taurus collective as well. In a situation where, yes, there wasn't any justice, there wasn't any fairness, there wasn't any truth being spoken, maybe on your part, you know. And what's crazy about the sword of truth, yes, we technically have two sides of the sword. There's definitely your truth, their truth, but also belief systems are meant to be flexible, you know. They are meant to be flexible. It's not like we are committed to stay in our truth as far as, oh, I believe in one God, or I believe in, you know, medicine, or whatever the case, you know. We are definitely allowed to change our minds as far as, well, home remedies work maybe even better than over-the-counter pills. Or after looking into mythology, I do believe that maybe there isn't one God, maybe it's all gods within one, or, you know, those are good examples, but at the same time, belief systems are meant to be flexible, is the point I'm making. So, maybe the perspective you had of this person either villainizing you made you feel a little bit of, maybe it boosted your ego to some degree. Like, I'm the villain? Okay, whatever, I'm speaking the truth though. If this person doesn't like that I'm speaking the truth, they can view me as the villain all they want. But I'm standing in my truth. I've got some sort of something that's meant to be in my life, and I know I deserve it. But also, if it's this person that deserves to be in your life, all they had to do was change their perspective. Maybe there's a part of you, a version of you, that you might have to grieve, might have to, you know, cry over. The person has to step away from what no longer serves them. Exactly. Keep in mind, when we have the Five of Cups, there is a negative perspective being focused on. If we were to turn around, we would see that there is definitely love in the situation. There are still two cups standing. At the least, we have people that love us. We have people that support us. At the most, this person, if they would just change their perspective, you know, and it could be as far as, like, if I was to treat my father or my mother the way I've been treating the Taurus, if a person, no matter what gender, is treating your daughter or your son in the way I've been treating the Taurus, how would I like that? Would I necessarily be okay with it? Probably not. You're probably wanting to, you know, get into that emperor energy and be protective, right? So it's like, wow, This is changing a lot for this person in your environment, and maybe it's changing a little bit for you. I don't know what kind of injustice is going on between you both. Who was saying what about who, but there is still love in the situation. If this is the possible outcome, this is you possibly focusing on the negative aspects when you too might need a little change as far as perspective goes. If this is the advice with the Five of Cups, change your perspective. Try to walk a mile in this person's shoes. Maybe they've been through something and they assumed you were one way when actually you were the complete opposite. I mean, do keep in mind, this person is in Scorpio energy, change, death, rebirth. This is a Scorpio associated card, and the Taurus and Scorpio is they are polarities, 6 months apart, polar opposites. Yes, opposites can attract. Maybe this person is someone that isn't necessarily your type. You said he's moody? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Now we're getting into different territory altogether. No matter the case, I need to read from the guidebook as far as when we pull an oracle card, what this oracle card has to say about this reading. Said, my ex-wife Scorpio, LOL, oh no. Hopefully it's no one that you don't want back, but I mean, people change. You know what I'm saying? Over time, people change. I mean, they're put into situations that like force them to see something from a different perspective, and we can't. You know, our hands are tied. We have no control over that. My ex is a Scorpio, and he was a narcissist. I do wonder how much of tarot is related to like narcissism, as far as like when we pull for the other person and they are a part of the problem instead of a part of the solution. Some narcissism can't be reversed. Are y'all aware about this? That some narcissism cannot be reversed? Like it's irreversible? Like it's a learned trait? Sure, to some degree, I'm sure it could. If they... I don't know, though. Some of that narcissism is like so ingrained in these people, and we wonder why, let's say, you know, people have a hard time letting go of possessions as hoarders. We wonder why, you know, people go through certain things and then they never recover. Oh, I researched it and they can't heal. They're lost souls. Believe me, I wanted to heal mine. You can't. Y'all. Which is really saddening. This oracle card is going to be epic. It's really saddening to me because, like, sure, people can change their perspective, but then applying the lesson, applying that perspective to your own daily routines and habits, it's like, okay, I see something from a different perspective. I see how I'm hurting you, but I myself can't change my mind as far as how I'm showing up or how I'm treating you, or you know what I'm saying? And it's really saddening. It's really saddening. I'm just going to keep it that way. We need one card, though, to end out this reading. Alrighty, what does the Taurus Collective need to know moving forward to end out this reading? 3 more shuffles, y'all. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, we need one card, and it is on the top of this deck. What is that card we need to see? Raven. There is some sort of message being sent to you. That's what I'm getting from Raven. It's a message, is it not? Raven. I could be wrong. Shape-shifting. What? Normally in psychology, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but normally, isn't shape-shifting considered like having a negative reputation? Like kind of like a chameleon? I guess it could go both ways. That's the name on my psych app I work on, LOL, the irony. I heard the Deftones song I Watched You Change when you pulled that. What? I mean, change. The death card. Transformation isn't always bad. It's very true. Y'all, we're going to read from the guidebook here. What song is most narcissistic? What song is most narcissistic? That's a deep question. I've been manifesting change for months. I mean, technically we all manifest some sort of change with our thoughts, with our actions, with our feelings. Lips of an Angel? LOL. Oh my goodness, Barrett. I mean, it's behind intentions and emotions and the actions, not song but sing. What, sing? Or did you get those backwards again? Not sing but song? Stupid autocorrect, I know. Y'all, I do want to read. I do want to read from the guidebook. Brian, I am sorry that I'm laughing like this. I'm trying not to come across as insensitive. I had to do that TikTok puzzle. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Lips of an Angel is probably the most narcissistic if I had to guess too. That's a good guess, Barrett. I'm sure there's other ones though, like not off the top of my head, but I do want to read from the guidebook so we can end this Taurus collective reading. Alright, Raven, shapeshifting. With a raven on her wrist, this young woman, with her jet black hair and midnight blue dress, seems to be in the process of transforming. With wings sprouting from her back and feathers spreading across her cheeks like a mask, she begins to take on the identity of her familiar. Shapeshifting is the ability to physically transform and can be found in mythology and folklore. From the Greek gods such as Zeus, who changed his identity to a swan to seduce Leda, to the Celtic tales of Ceridrin and Gwion. Gwion escaped Ceridrin's clutches by transforming into a hare. There are many fantastical stories of gods and goddesses altering their appearance. There are times when we all shapeshift in daily life, such as when we put on a brave face or mask disappointment. We might do this to protect our own emotions or other people's, but there are times when imitation can be of even greater use. If you have drawn this card, it might be time to shapeshift. If you are hoping to secure that high-profile job, then you might need to dress or sound the part. If you want to invite love and kindness into your life, then displaying those qualities could help compassion find you. The woman in this card is manifesting qualities inherent within her that will assist her journey. How can you embrace yours? Any sign can be narcissist, just like any occupation can be or can have bad apples. Oh yes, I do agree. I do agree with that. No matter what sign, no matter if it's your moon or sun, or no matter the case, no matter what the zodiac sign, anyone can be a narcissist. This is a behavioral pattern. It is behavioral trait as well. I almost feel like some patterns, yes, while it's easier for some to break the pattern, it might not be so easy for others, depending on what happened in their childhood, how bad the situation was. I mean, with this shape-shifting Raven card, if there was some injustice happening in the situation, hopefully there is a change going on in this person's environment or in their perspective or in their daily routines and habits. I mean, because you deserve the best. Astrology doesn't excuse bad behavior. I agree. Uh, and that's not actually what I'm doing either. I hope you understand. I'm actually giving the psychology behind it, or trying to give the best to my example, so that we can understand. Not to excuse it, but to understand where it comes from, so we can have at least a little bit of peace in understanding why and how they came about, these traits, these patterns, these habits, these perspectives that really don't work in their favor. Shapeshifter and narcissism is mirroring, no excuse. And have y'all ever thought of the narcissistic game as like, if you don't play their game, then you lose. So technically, the only way to play their game is to mirror that back at them. Definitely do the shadow work, as Barrett mentions, but I mean, and not out of a petty way, but like, narcissists can't stand being ignored. I'm sure they don't like the finger pointed at them either. I'm not suggesting to play in that way. That's playing pretty dirty. But really, when it comes down to it, they have to see their own behavior. They have to witness and or mirror that narcissism back at them before they can become aware of the problem. To some degree, they need to be shown and reminded, hey, this isn't cool. If they can see it in another person, maybe that would help. Maybe, psychology or like science as far as narcissism goes. Maybe they know the issue. Maybe they know the answer. Maybe they know the solution. But just like pharmacies, knowing the solution, knowing the cure, are they necessarily going to hand out that cure or sell it? Probably not. Not if they benefit off of it. Not if their pocketbooks get fuller. Right? I'm just putting a stab in the dark as far as like the answer to narcissism could be narcissism. Major Arcana karma is whooping that ass, lol. And it's not necessarily about punishment either. Karma is to teach. Karma is to realign maybe perspectives as well. It's never to punish, it's to teach us. Hopefully, narcissism does have a cure. I mean, it's gotta. You know what I mean? I choose not to believe that some people are just set in their ways, that put in certain environments with, certain individuals, surrounding themselves with those certain individuals, everyone has a chance to be flexible and to get out of their comfort zone and do new things. So I don't see why narcissism would be any different. But who am I? I probably look like I'm defending them. I probably, look like by defending them, I'm one of them. But y'all, I do want to make something very clear. Narcissism and empathicism, if that's what you want to call it, it's on a spectrum, right? Some people are more empathic, some people are more narcissistic, some are less or more than others. So, yes, I probably am showing a little bit of my narcissistic by defending them, maybe not, I don't know. I'm a lot more aware and I reflect when it comes to, like, have you ever seen a narcissist ask themselves, am I a narcissist? I'll leave it there for y'all to ask yourselves and contemplate on that. With that being said, this is what I have for y'all for the Taurus Collective. I hope it helped. I hope it was informative to some degree. I hope it was maybe at the most entertaining. And everyone is given the chance to heal. It's up to them to recognize the fault and work on it. I agree. I mean, because if they want peace of mind, they're going to have to, forgive themselves. They're going to have to recognize that, yes, they are a part of the problem, but neither here nor there. Keep in mind, I will be uploading this video, not only to my YouTube channel, which, by the way, you can find the link to my YouTube channel in the TikTok bio of mine. If you're if you are unable to get to my YouTube channel through my TikTok bio, it is Free Will Tarot 2.0. Free Will Tarot 2.0. Type that in the search bar. I'm sure it will pop up. I've got about 10 to 15 followers right now on my new YouTube channel. Either that, or I will be uploading little splickets of 3 to 5 minute videos from this live stream also to TikTok. So I don't know if that will be important to y'all, but it's going to be a thing. I'm gonna make it a thing, Stacy. All right. With that being said, y'all, much love. Thank you all for all the love and support. Right back at you. I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you possibly next Monday for another Aries and or Taurus collective, or any other collective readings going on this week. No matter the case, have a good night. Take care. Much love, y'all.